So I don't want to bore you with any long drawn out intro. Pretty much what we're going to be doing in this video is that I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a base in the 1.3 updates. I'm going to be showing you guys how to find all the materials and how to actually upgrade your base. So starting off, you're going to need to have yourself a knife. You can have a combat knife. Most servers actually give you the combat knife, but if you don't have it, you can actually go into craft and then go into weapons and craft yourself an improvised knife from one scrap metal. Now once you have your knife, you're going to go up to these bushes, or you're going to go to these trees, and you're going to pull out the knife, and then you're going to start chopping away. So once you've collected enough branches, what you're going to need to do is craft the items that you're going to use to build your base. So to do that, you're going to go to your crafting menu and then go down to base, and then you're going to build yourself a hammer and also a storage. The storage is very important. It's a key component for your base. It prevents other players from building in your base and having access to your base. So you're going to go ahead, build yourself a hammer. It only costs 10 branches, and then the storage, which is 20 branches. Now that you have the hammer and the storage, we can now go ahead and continue to build our base. So we're gonna equip the hammer, and as you can see, we have a foundation right here. You can also change the foundation from a triangle to a square. These are the two things that you must place first. You won't be able to place anything before you actually place a foundation. You can place a ramp, but you can't build on a ramp. So we're going to start off with a foundation. The one thing that I suggest is finding a very flat area so you can place your base. This is going to give you the best base build possible. You're going to place your first foundation and your second foundation. With this game right now as it is, there is a way to have a very good wall, like very strong wall, just from placing foundation. So if you want to, you can try implementing this in your base build. So how it works is pretty simple. Again, make sure that your first foundation is flat on the floor, and then you're going to lift up the controller or the mouse and lift it up and press the build button. As you can see, we can build a good amount of them right around our base. And again, the reason why you'd want to do this is because it has a higher health than that of the normal wall. As you can see, I can't do it on these sides, so we're just going to keep it on this one right here. So now we'll have to build a normal floor. So we're going to build a floor, and then we're going to go ahead and place two walls. Make sure that when you're placing the walls, the arrows are pointing outward. That means the soft side is in and the hard side is out. We're going to place our door frame, and then we're going to place some decks or roof. So notice that if I try to place a roof right here, I cannot, and that is because these walls are all floors and you can't place a roof on a floor. So what you need to do is get a scaffold or a door opening. So get a scaffold. We're going to place a scaffold there and also there. And once you do that, you can go ahead and place a deck. Now what you want to do is add a door. So you go there, add a door, and then we're going to place down our storage. Again, the storage is very important and you should always have it in your base. One thing that you should note about the floors is that if you're trying to place an item, as you can see right here, I'm placing this item inside and it's actually clipping into the wall. If you are using a normal wall, like for example right here, you can't clip it inside because it's going to be sticking out of the base. However, because the foundations are so wide, you can actually stick it in the wall. So we're going to stick part of it here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the scaffold that I placed on the foundation right here. So to remove something, if you build it, you have 15 minutes to actually remove it. After 15 minutes, you'll have to break it some other way. So how do you remove? Simply take out your hammer, press right click and go up to this. You see upgrade, repairs, or disassemble. Click on it and then go to the thing that you want to disassemble. Make sure that you select the right one. So I'm trying to select the frame that I placed here. I can't, so I'm just going to remove the wall, the foundation, and then I'm going to remove it, which is right here, and then I'm going to place back my foundation. So now when I try to place my storage, I can clip it further in the wall. So once you've placed it, if you go outside and try to loot it, you can see that you can't actually loot it from outside. And again, that is because the thickness of the foundation. So now that we've placed our storage, one thing that you should note is that you need to put items within your storage to keep your base from decaying. So far we only have branches on our base, so we need to put branches inside of our storage to keep it from decaying, because it says structures are decaying and we don't want that. We're going to go ahead and split it. I'm going to go 400. I'm going to take 400 and put into the storage. As you can see, it's protected for 49 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes. The next thing that we want to do is secure our base, and that is putting a code lock or a door lock onto our door. Spare part is what we're going to be needing to actually make the door lock. It's very easy to find. You can pretty much find it anywhere on the map, any POI. You can actually break down items to actually get spare parts. Once you've acquired enough spare parts, go into your crafting menu, go down to base, and go over to the base lock and craft one. Next, you're going to walk up to the door, hold on G, and enter your code. Make sure you don't share this with anyone. So that is it, guys. Our base is secure. However, we need to upgrade our base because these walls are very weak. You can actually shoot them out with a gun. Now I'm going to be showing you guys how to repair a wall. So just a while ago, I shot the wall and you can see that it now has 4 health. To repair the wall, it's pretty simple. Take out your hammer, look at the wall, and then it's going to show you the items necessary to repair the wall. Make sure that you have the items within your inventory, and then right click onto it, and as you can see, it's now repaired. If you don't repair the wall, you won't be able to upgrade it. So if your wall is damaged, you have to repair first before you're ready to upgrade. So right now, we need to upgrade our base because again, we can actually be raided by just guns. So to do that, we're going to need logs and rope. The best way to get rope, in my opinion, is to go to an event or a mission, defeat the NPCs, take off their clothes and tear it up into rags, and then craft ropes from those rags. It's very simple. Once you've acquired enough rags, you're going to go to your crafting menu, then go under items, and you're going to see rope. You're going to craft as much as you need. To get the logs, you're going to want to get yourself a axe. Now, hacks can be found in these brick buildings all around the map. Simply go inside and search, and you'll definitely find yourself a axe. So right here, we got a woodcutter axe. If you can't find one, you can actually create one by using your craft menu. So go into your craft menu, then go under weapons, and you can see we have an improvised axe that you can also create. Once you have the axe, what you want to do is go up to a tree and simply cut. So once you've collected enough logs and ropes, now we're going to upgrade our base to the next tier, which is the log base. So we're going to start off with our door. Simply go up with your hammer and press left click. So now we're going to be taking a look at the foundation versus the wall in terms of health. So how much does it take to actually raid each of them? So for the foundation, it's 3,600, and for a normal wall, it's 1,200. So as you can see, this is by far better to use than a wall. And you can also clip items within it so you have more space. So now that we've upgraded our base to log, our base is still not secure because this base can be raided with a gun. So we need to upgrade our base to the next tier to prevent that. So the next tier is the plank tier, and we're going to need planks and nails. Nails can be found pretty much all over the map. If you go to an industrial site, you can find a lot of nails on the floor, on tables, and all around. Planks, on the other hand, you can find, but we can turn logs into planks, and that's what we're going to be doing. So to do that, we're going to go to our crafting menu, and then we're going to go under base, and we're going to look for something that is called a wood planer or planner. So what this does, it turns logs into planks. So to craft it, we're going to need to get ourselves some scrap metal and logs. Scrap metal can be found all over the game, pretty much run around anywhere, and you will find them. Once you have enough scrap metal and logs, you can go ahead and craft yourself the wood planner. Another thing that you're going to need to actually make the planner work is a generator. To craft a generator, you're going to need spare parts and scrap. So we're going to go ahead and craft the generator. and also the wood planner. So now that you have them crafted, we're going to go ahead and place them so we can get the planks created. The good thing again about these walls is that you can literally sink them in the wall. So now that we have the planner and the generator, we can now turn our logs into planks. You can see that it highlights the items that can be added to it, which is the logs. So if we put in the logs and press start, we have no electricity. So we need to turn on the generator. The generator is powered by fuel. Fuel can be found all over the map. Just run around. If you go to a military base, you'll definitely find a good amount of cans. Once you found the fuel for the generator, simply go up pretty close to the generator, equip the fuel in your hand, and press G to refill. With the generator full, it's going to last for 30 minutes. You're going to start it by pressing F. Then if you go back into your wood planner or any other device that uses electricity, you can start it and it works. It's going to take a while to actually turn the logs into wood. So now that we have the required materials to upgrade our base, we can go ahead and do so. Equip your hammer, go up to the wall, and then upgrade. So a good thing about the storage is that it tells you what kind of components your base is made up of. So for example, if you take a look at my base, it is made of branches, logs, and planks. I'm not sure why it's still made of branches because everything should be upgraded. That means everything is not, and I should check on that. So now that we've made it to the next tier, which is plank, if you take out a weapon and try to shoot it, you can see that no damage is done to our base, which is pretty good. However, this is not the strongest base, and you can actually get to a stronger level, and that's what we're going to be doing next. We're going to be upgrading our plank base to the next level, which is the sheet metal. To do that, we're going to need two items. We're going to need sheet metal, and we're also going to need rebars. Rebars are pretty easy to find. You can find them in building, but they're most commonly in scrap piles. So to craft sheet metal, it's pretty simple. Just like how you use the wood planner to make planks, you're going to need a different planner to make sheet metal. So we're going to go into our crafting menu, go into base, and then go over to where you see the metal planner. To craft it, you're going to need 10 scrap, 10 planks, and 10 spare parts. So we're going to go ahead and craft it. Once you have the item crafted, you're going to go ahead and place it on a foundation. This is also going to need a generator to power, so we're going to place a generator right here, and we're going to fill it up with fuel. If you open up the metal planner, you can see the items that you can actually put inside. You can put in scrap and rebars. If you put in rebars and start it, it's going to convert the rebars into scraps, which is pretty cool. However, if you take out the rebars and leave the scraps and try to convert it, it's going to go ahead and turn the scraps into sheet metal. So we're going to put some more inside, and we're going to allow this to continue to get us some sheet metal. Once you've acquired enough rebars and scrap metal, you're going to go ahead and upgrade your base. So pretty much go up to it again and simply upgrade. So we finally made our base upgrade to the sheet metal. However, there is a higher tier, and that's what we're going to be upgrading to right now. So to upgrade it, you're going to need two different materials. You're going to need concrete and bricks. Now, bricks are pretty easy to find. You can find them in certain locations. So if we go ahead to our map and go to the arbor, which is right here, right in G8, you're going to see this little area there. If you go there, you're going to see some brick piles that you can get a good amount of bricks. For cement, I've only found a good amount of cement over here by the airfield in this area. If you run around, you're going to find a good amount of cement. You can also find cements at areas like, for example, Yantar, which has a lot of buildings that are being built. Once you find an industrial area, you will definitely find some cement. Cement is used to be turned into concrete, but you're going to need a specific device to actually do that. If we go into our building and go onto base, you're going to see an item called concrete mixer. So to create it, you're going to need military electronics, rebars, sheet metal, car battery, and vehicle repair kit. For the military electronics, you can do bunker missions to actually get a good amount of them, or you can do medium missions to hard missions and you'll also get some. Rebars are pretty easy to find, sheet metals are pretty easy to get. Car batteries can be found in cars along the roadway or in gas stations in the game. The vehicle repair kit can be found in a lot of POIs around the map. As seen here, I'm at the airfield and you can see that there's a good amount of vehicle repair kit. Once you've acquired all of the materials, you're going to go to build, and then you're going to build the concrete mixer. Once you have the item placed, you're going to walk up to it. As mentioned before, the only thing that you can put in it is cement to turn into concrete. So let's go ahead and add the cement. Then we're going to turn it on. As you can see, it's now creating concrete. Once you've acquired enough materials, you can now go ahead and upgrade your base to the final tier. And pretty much that's it, guys. That's how you upgrade your base. Let's take a quick look at the foundation's health. So we have a 54,000 damage to actually get through, and for a wall, a normal wall, it's 18,000. If this video was helpful in any way, please go ahead, leave a like on the video, and consider subscribing to the channel for future content.